Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück hier bei Sveti Kotar mit Gaming for Life. Und wir sind jetzt in die Polizeistation eingeritten. Und wenn ich könnte, würde ich das mit Farbbomben schmeißen. Kann ich aber leider nicht. Ich weiß auch gerade gar nicht, was ich jetzt hier soll. Wir werden jetzt sehen, was wir jetzt rausfinden. Ich gucke mal ganz kurz, sprich mit Victoria. Okay, erforsche das Schloss. Soweit sind wir ja noch gar nicht. Hilf Vera, ihn geliebt zurück. Da sind wir bei. Wo sind Antons Eltern? Haben wir noch nicht rausbekommen. Da sind wir. Konfrontiere Detektiv Mostov. Da sind wir jetzt. Genau. Richtig. Das werden wir jetzt tun.
It leads to the interrogation rooms. I have no
Vernehmungsräume.
intention of going down there.
Ah, okay.
It's locked.
Okay.
Accessible only with good reason.
Ah, okay. Ne? Moment, mit wem soll ich mich konfrontieren? Ah, Mostov, der mit dem halben Kopf. Okay. Was haben wir denn hier? Dann spreche ich doch mal mit ihm.
Beate qui ambulant in lege Domini. Amen to that.
Wenn ihr bis jetzt noch keine Folge von Sveti Kotar gesehen habt, dann empfehle ich euch hier oben die Playlist in der Infokarte. Da könnt ihr euch alle Folgen angucken, die Story nochmal nachverfolgen und gegebenenfalls auch mich auf Dinge aufmerksam machen, die ich vielleicht bis dato gar nicht gesehen habe. Das passiert nämlich. Weil es gibt hier unglaublich viel zu entdecken. Mats.
Officer.
Officer Mats.
Officer Maz.
Maz.
Stranger, do me a favor. Take a look at those two opened case files on the desk.
Why?
Just do it.
Okay.
Young
Fallakte.
Kadi. Disappeared on March 2nd, 1982. Person last seen on a full moon night. Multiple witnesses saw him talking to a strange, tall man earlier that day.
Okay.
Clothes and personal belongings found in a trash bin near the railway station. Clothes
Okay.
were full of crow feathers and blood-stained. Analysis showed blood was of unknown animal origin.
Okay, und das da?
Haven Elizabeth McGuire. Date of disappearance is unknown. Talked to a few officers on a few
Der
occasions,
Hund heißt Adi.
asking for directions. Was particularly interested in the mountain. Rented 2 rooms for 2 nights in the Lodge Goldin. Reasons unknown. According to the receptionist, she didn't eat nor sleep. Receptionist heard her talking to someone in the room the first night, but saw no one with her before or after. Adi Bojanic. Such a beautiful dog.
Okay, und nun?
I looked at the case files. What was the point?
Remember those people. They were strangers
Ah,
just like you.
okay, ja,
They
ja.
wander around the town just like you. You don't get to walk safely in this valley. Sveti Kotar is a dangerous place.
I know that.
They knew too, and the ones that went missing before and after them. Everyone knows, but nobody cares.
I understand.
Okay.
Thank you for being so thoughtful, officer.
Just doing my job. Now tell me, what made you appear in front of my desk tonight?
Ich bin auf der Suche nach Detective
I'm looking for
Mostov.
Detective Mostov.
He's downstairs with the mayor. Wait a minute. Who are you anyway?
This man doesn't seem to know about me and the interrogation. I'd better lie.
Well,
Ich wurde geschickt, um den Leichnam des Bürgermeisters vor der Beerdigung zu segnen.
I was sent to bless the mayor's corpse before the funeral.
who sent you?
Father Henry.
Why? Is he alright? He always comes.
Well, no. He didn't feel well tonight, and it was an important matter that couldn't wait. So, here I am.
I agree, but you are a stranger. You don't live in Sveti Kotar.
I'm a visiting priest of the Church of Ivan Kotar.
I see. All right, Father. You may go see the mayor downstairs. It's the passage behind me.
Okay. Wann fing das Verschwinden an?
When did the disappearances start?
Centuries ago.
Okay.
And no one did anything to stop it by now?
Hey, we are doing the best we can, even though it helps nothing. If the efforts of the Inquisition were futile, then there's not much we can really do here. Just pray, I guess.
Was hat die Inquisition
What did the
getan?
Inquisition do?
They built this building, the Grimalda Castle, and the Church of Mary in the forest. Helped to materialize God, you know. They banned the Saboran name and religion, and they hunted them. Thanks to their efforts, many followers of the vile tribe were captured and executed. But the evil is still here. It's floating in the air, it's crawling under the ground, and it's poisoning the minds.
Warum dann nicht einfach das Tal verlassen? Es ist unwiderruflich verflucht.
Why not just abandon this valley then? It's irreversibly cursed.
Faith. We the Kotarians are stubborn people. We may have little possessions, but we never lack faith. And one day, a savior will come, and we will be free of the malice. It's faith that keeps us living and hoping.
Okay. Draußen steht ein seltsam aussehender
There's a
Briefkasten.
strange-looking mailbox outside.
Mailbox?
Yes, on the facade of the building.
Ah, that is not the mailbox. It's for the denunciations.
You let people
Anprangerung.
denounce misdeeds by slipping pieces of paper into a box?
Yes, as per the decree, proof of faith.
Hat das etwas mit den Glaubenserlassen der Vergangenheit zu tun?
Has this something to do with the edicts of faith from the past?
I think so. The decree was enacted years ago by our beloved mayor, God bless his soul. And I know he was a great admirer of Inquisition's methods.
I'm
Okay.
starting to pity the mayor.
Über welche Art von Anprangungen reden wir?
What kind of denouncements are we talking about here?
Denouncements that prove your faith to God.
More specifically?
You suspect someone to be a Saboran? You denounce him. Your neighbor shows a lack of faith. You denounce him. An old friend knew about a Saboran family but said nothing? You denounce both him and them. You must act if you love God. Otherwise, you risk being taken away.
Was passiert mit den Angeprangerten?
What happens to the denounced ones?
They are taken into the asylum for further inspection and, hopefully, successful exorcism. So take this matter seriously while in town. If you meet someone unfaithful, denounce them.
Okay. Wer entscheidet, ob dein Glaube
Who
stark
decides
ist?
if your faith is strong enough? I mean, officer, it's easy to say who is a Saboran, right? But how do you know if a believer is having a lack of faith?
I know what you're thinking, but the men who decide make no mistakes. They have integrity. The warden and his staff are good people, exemplary
Aufseher,
believers. They have the town's full confidence.
This man knows nothing about the conspiracy,
Ja.
or doesn't want to know about it.
Do you see the paper forms and quill by the lamp? Combine them to file a denunciation, then take the form and put it into the box outside. It's that easy to show your love for God, while at the same time making this town a safer place.
Okay.
Whatever becomes of them at the asylum, I could denounce those I believe should be punished. After all, it is my duty as a man of God.
Okay.
And it's anonymous.
Oh. Zeig mal.
Excuse me.
Wer steht denn? Wen kann ich dann jetzt anprangern? Ich bin mal gespannt.
Remember, do not waste forms. Use them wisely and with utmost respect. They have the power to change someone's life forever.
Das würde ich gerne.
And don't forget to put them into the box outside. Otherwise, they are nothing but a worthless piece of paper.
Victoria anprangern? Was? Nein, ich will den Aufseher da anprangern.
I have to think. Maybe I'll come back later.
Gut, dann gehen wir mal runter.
Finally, Father.
Ach,
We were waiting on your arrival.
Rostov.
God forgive me, but I've started with the prayers in your absence. I hope I didn't cause any harm to this man's poor soul.
You think God will forgive you for what you did to us?
Benedek? I thought I heard Henry upstairs.
It's what you thought you heard because we are already dead in your mind.
That is absolutely not true.
Then why do you look so confused and uncomfortable to see me?
It's not. I'm horrified by what was done to our mayor. Take a look at him if you wish, or we can continue talking. I must warn you though, what's hiding underneath that sheet could haunt you forever.
And I must warn you too. Henry knows I'm here, so do not try anything foolish.
Okay, ich guck's mir an.
The skull was opened to take a piece of the brain out. The eyes were gouged out and the skin ripped off of his face. Dreadful. Belittling.
The worshipper took his face to create a new yellow mask, while the eyes and part of the brain were eaten as a part of the ritual.
Slit open and disemboweled.
This is what bewilders us. The heart was taken out and eaten as usual, but they never disemboweled the trunk. Strange.
It must be the yellow mask the mayor was wearing when they found him in the forest.
Yellow masks are nothing but disembodied skin faces of past Saboran's victims, colored with sulfur and then smeared with some strange kind of wax to prevent decay.
Okay. Was haben wir denn hier?
Type A, Type 0. These bottles are all full of blood. I'm no expert, but I never knew blood to be taken out of corpses. Why would they do that? No, it's probably the room where they keep the corpses.
Okay. Mehr ist hier nicht. Antworte mir, betest du das Böse und das Unbekannte an? Genau wie der Mann, dem du folgst?
Answer me. Do you worship the evil and the unknown just like the man you follow?
The man I follow?
Hatur is a Saboran.
What?
Nikolay believed you. I didn't. But still, we both fell into Hatur's trap and were almost murdered.
God, no. Are you sure? How can you be so sure? You must be lying.
Do you think I am capable of lies?
You are right. I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry. I swear to God, I didn't know who he really is. I was just following orders, but I'll do whatever it takes to be forgiven. Whatever it takes, whatever God demands.
Then start showing some good faith by answering my questions.
Was ist letzte Nacht
What
passiert?
happened last night?
What do you mean?
You were with Hatur and he was looking for Victoria. Why?
I don't know. Can't remember. Where's Hatur now?
Lüg mich nicht an, du kennst den Grund.
Don't lie to me. You know the reason.
I wasn't told anything.
You're afraid of him. Hatur is no longer with us.
You killed him?
God has his ways of dealing with evil.
All right. I was just told we should find Victoria before she carries out whatever plans she had with Nermin.
Hatte sie einen Plan? Woher weißt du, dass sie einen Plan
Plans
hatte?
she had? How do you know she had a plan?
We know she met with Nermin and the cult the first time she came here.
What are you talking about? This is our first time in this place.
You didn't know? That explains a lot. She visited the town a few months ago.
Okay.
No doubt about it. Multiple witnesses saw her.
Wer sind die Zeugen?
Who are the witnesses?
I know only of Lucia, the owner of the house where we found you earlier.
This means... Did Victoria stay in the same house back then?
She did introduce herself as Petra.
Okay. Was glaubst du, warum sie sich damals mit Nermin und der Sekte
Why do
getroffen
you
hat?
think she met with Nermin and the cult back then?
You don't have to be smart to connect the pieces. She arrived just after Nermin's escape from the asylum.
The case you've
Okay.
been working on.
How do you know?
I had a chat with the old man at the lake.
Arsen. Good man. I regret taking his help, for it made me lose half of my brain.
Right. So is it possible Victoria helped Nermin escape? Or did she arrive here when she found out about it?
It's all connected. It must be. We're still trying to find out how. I said it before,
Okay.
and I'll repeat it now. It's crazy to think that your sister did all this, but if evidence leads us there, I'm sorry.
Okay, die Anstalt wird von den Saborans
The
kontrolliert.
asylum is under the control of the Saborans, isn't it?
I don't know.
So why would they imprison Nermin? It doesn't make any sense. He's one of them.
That's just a rumor Henry is trying to spread to the townspeople. No one, except for the warden and the staff, knows what's
Okay.
going on in the asylum. No one. Not even our chief.
The more I learn about the truth, the less I can understand what happened.
Ja. Hast du die Identität des Mannes mit der gelben Maske
Did you
herausgefunden?
identify the man with the yellow mask?
The castle incident?
Yes, the identity of the man that was pushed by Victoria.
We found all his, or should I say most of his, body parts. Wasn't easy. He splashed and ricocheted all over the chasm. Needless to say, due to severe disfiguration, we still haven't found out
Okay.
who he was. Getting his identity will be tough, if not impossible.
Ja gut. Ihr habt seine Hände nicht gefunden?
You didn't find his hands?
We did.
Didn't you run the database against his fingerprints then?
Ach, deshalb,
Do
okay.
you know where you are? It's like we're stuck in medieval times. We don't have a database of any sort.
Gut.
For God's sake.
Er trug eine gelbe Maske. Du hast seinen Kopf gefunden. Hast du nicht auch seine
He was
Zähne?
wearing a yellow mask. You found his head. Don't you have his teeth?
Only what's left of them, and they can't help in any way. I know what you're asking. I'm aware of identification through dental records. But we have no dentists in town.
Even the teeth are rotting here.
Komm ich zum
How
Schluss.
can I get to the castle?
It's very easy. Going out of the station, you turn right, and then just follow the river uphill. But
Ach, das ist
forget
der Weg,
about
den
it.
ich letztes Mal gefunden habe.
Grimalda is off limits every day of the year except on October 28th, which was yesterday.
Maybe there
Good.
could be some clues to who that man was. Something, anything.
That's our job, not yours. And I would never let you go there, Father. It's sealed and locked for a reason.
A sealed door won't stop me if the truth moves me in that direction.
Du hast einen Teil des Gehirns verloren, als du Arsen geholfen hast. Kannst du mir sagen, was
You
passiert ist?
lost
Ja, das
part of
wüsste ich
your
jetzt auch
brain by
gerne
helping
mal.
Arson. Could you tell me what happened?
I uncovered something which I wasn't supposed to. Someone learned about my discovery and tried to kill me. I still can't remember what I found and who attacked me. Heck, sometimes I can't even remember what I did yesterday. But God
Aber er
help
muss
me,
ja bei
I'll find the truth.
Arsen was
Yes, I
gefunden
will.
haben, aber dass Arsen dazu in der Lage ist? Entschuldige mich.
Excuse me.
Father, could you do me a favor?
Stimmt.
It depends on the
Vielleicht.
request.
Please go upstairs and ask Officer Maz to give you the case file I handed to him earlier. I want to make things right.
You want to make things right? What do you mean?
Just trust me. Go get it. I don't want to leave the mayor now. I have to pray for his poor soul.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Thank you, Father.
Detektiv Moskos hat mich geschickt, um die Akte für
Detective
ihn zu
Mostov
holen.
sent me to get a case file for him.
He said nothing to me.
The one I handed you before. Give him just a note from inside.
No problem, Father.
Danke.
He's gone.
Wo ist er?
Mindig Valami. It's the newspaper where Victoria works. This is her handwriting. The page was removed from her scratch pad.
Okay.
This must be the Eye of Providence, a symbol that represents the Eye of God watching over humanity. I wonder what that X mark means, if it means anything at all. Et occidit et bibi sanguinem et viscera devorarit. In inferno nulla est redemptio non miserere eum Deus. It's Latin, and it translates something like, He killed, drank blood, and devoured entrails. There is no redemption in hell. God have no mercy on him.
Okay. Da hängt was.
I had to go, Father. I apologize. What Maz gave you is the last page of Victoria's notebook. We found it in the belfry at the crime scene. Other notes are irrelevant, dated months ago. No one will notice a page missing. This is the only evidence I can give you. Hope it helps for you to find her, and for me to be forgiven of my sins. P.S. If you need me later, come visit me. Once you get out of the station, turn right, and then just follow the narrow street until you reach the last house on the hill. P.P.S. Burn this note. This is his way of making things right? I'll take the note as evidence, and it could help me to find his house later.
Okay. Noch was anderes jetzt hier? Nee, okay. Gut, dann gehe ich jetzt hoch. Was ist da?
It's locked.
Accessible only with good reason.
Ja, ich habe einen guten Grund. Ich muss da rein. Okay.
Excuse me.
Achso. Kommt jetzt hier was Neues dazu? Mal gucken. Mostov. Nee, okay.
I have to think. Maybe I'll come back later.
Okay. Gut, dann kann ich jetzt hier erstmal nichts weiter machen. Ich dachte, ich treffe den Chief vielleicht hier an. So, da komme ich zur Kirche. Guck mal hier. Wo komme ich da hin? Lauf, Priester, lauf.
This should be the street that leads to Mostov's house.
Okay. Moment. Ganz kurz auf Speichern. Ja, speichern. So.
The glass is dirty and darkened, making it impossible to see through.
Hier ist ein Brunnen.
It's just a well. I can't see how deep it is since its hatch is closed.
Kann ich hier weitergehen? Nee.
Mostov! It's me, Benedek. Hello? Mostov? Your door was unlocked.
Well, who do we have here?
What are you doing here? Hiding behind the door in Mostov's house.
Sometimes they just come to you. No hunting, no drama.
Wer
Perfect.
ist es?
What?
You'll make a perfect gift for Kasak. You will.
Wait, no! No!
Was war das? Was? Ich bin wohl gestorben. Beladen. Gut, dann gehe ich da jetzt nicht rein. Und, wo komme ich hier hin? Da. Ach, gucke mal. Das ist das Schloss.
This jutted out part of the bridge can't be a planning mistake. It was made with a specific purpose.
Ja.
This very platform is the place from which people were pushed into the bottomless chasm. It's locked. Breaking in would be impossible with such a massive door.
Okay, gibt's hier noch was? Ja, da. Forst.
Dark, lifeless and shrouded like a corpse by a sickening veil of thick fog. I feel threatened by just looking at it.
Und da? Udaf. Ach, da ist der Berg.
The 3 peaks of Udaf, the poisonous crown of a godless man who looks down on a ravaged land and terrified people.
Okay. Gut. Ach, halt hier. Da ist. Nee, halt. Achso, da komme ich raus. Okay. Gut, also hier kommen wir im Moment nicht weiter. Das heißt, was mache ich jetzt? Dann komme ich zur Kirche. Gut, jetzt sind wir in der Stadt. Sag mal, wo waren wir denn jetzt im Moment noch nicht? Hier waren wir noch nicht. Wir waren noch nicht im Buchladen.
White and red squares, a Croatian version of the chessboard.
Okay.
Asom Tavruli at the top, and the other 2 are Malleus Maleficarum by Heinrich Kramer, and an unnamed manuscript by Herodotus. What a strange taste for books.
Who is it?
I'd like to ask you some questions.
About what?
Different things. Maybe you could help me?
A stranger.
Could you come out of the room?
No, and I don't want to talk to you. Take a look at my inventory. Read some books. Do whatever you want. I don't care about those knockoffs. And take a sample of the town's map from the desk. That way you can't say I didn't help you.
But I...
Stop talking. I want silence.
Okay. Wo kann ich denn noch hin? Jetzt raus, Schach. Ach hier, Globus.
I'm no expert, but I'm pretty confident this is a 15th century map of Europe. Everything in this town revolves around that troubling period of human history.
Okay. Karte habe ich schon, ne? Ja.
I don't need it. I already have one.
Okay. Ja, mehr scheint hier nicht zu sein. Nö. Okay, also hier kann ich wirklich nur eine Karte holen, offensichtlich. Gut. Was haben wir noch? Schwarzes Brett. Was steht da drauf?
For some people, this stone is the only hope they have left.
Ach, guck mal, da sind die. Was ist das hier? Zeichnung?
Anyone found my legs yet? Our beloved priest and friend. Beloved wife and mother, Melita Lavnyak, missing since October 1991 at the entrance of Carcassa.
Lavnyak? Lavnyak ist doch die Mutter von Dings, oder?
It's barely readable. That must read Sveti Kotar, and that should be the coat of arms of Croatia, the chessboard.
Okay. Hier waren wir noch nicht. Gucken wir mal, ob wir hier hinkommen. Mehr ist ja hier auch nicht. Man jetzt so wirklich begehen könnte. Mhm.
Slips of paper have been squeezed in the fissures between the bricks. I'm curious. I'll read one. Voices now carry, shadows take form. Oh God, have mercy on me, for I fear the thing that possesses me. A wall of laments? Inside a tavern? Take my son and husband. Just make my agony go away. Forgive me. I'm here at your feet, with you in my heart. From the day I arrived, life has been a blessing and this town a dream. I thank you for that.
Okay.
We are all captives of this place, imprisoned souls waiting for our Savior. Let him descend upon the valley, save us, give us the light.
Okay.
Darkness, shrieking, trembling, you left me in the mine, and now I have no God. My vengeance nears.
Okay. Oh Gott. Muss ich die alle lesen? Nee, ne?
Voices now carry, shadows take form. Oh God, have mercy on me, for I fear the
Okay, das hatten wir schon. Nein. Danke. Ich möchte jetzt wirklich... Nee, alle Zettel möchte ich jetzt im Moment zumindest nicht lesen. Vielleicht später.
It's missing an eye. The man who did this and put it on display here is a brainless, primitive psychopath. I'm not a thief.
Okay, dann nicht. Reihe von Porträts. Aber irgendwas
Lots of fog in these portraits. Not quite sure if it's a stylistic choice. The emerging faces are pretty ugly and creepy.
Okay.
An old woman with white hair, white dress, and big white teeth. She's doing her best to look happy.
Okay, dann sprechen wir mal mit ihm. Davor.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
Erinnerst du dich an mich? Nee, wieso? War ich schon mal
Remember
hier?
me?
Should I?
From last night? My sister and
Ach so.
brother-in-law were with me.
I'm not a visual man. I don't remember faces. They dissolve into fog pretty fast.
Okay. Du erinnerst dich also nicht mehr an meine Schwester Victoria. Ihr beide habt euch gestern Abend unterhalten.
So you don't remember my sister Victoria? The two of you talked last night.
Victoria, you say? I remember her glasses and name.
Did you see her today?
No. You've lost her?
She lost herself, and we cannot find her.
Keep looking and seek help from God. Or ask someone who thinks to be one.
And who would be that fool?
Fool. Funny you say that, because that's how I call him too. My cousin Norin.
Norin ist doch der Chief,
The chief
oder?
of police is your
Ja.
cousin?
Dominic Norin, the feared and respected law of the valley of Sveti Kotar.
Okay. Ich hatte bereits die Gelegenheit, mit ihm zu sprechen. Er scheint nicht zu wissen, wo Victoria
I've had a
ist.
chance to talk with him already. He doesn't seem to know where Victoria is.
That means nothing. He's either lying or you're a fool as much as he is. Was there anyone else when he talked to you?
Yes.
He likes that. He likes to be on the stage, in front of a crowd.
Okay. Wenn ich mich entscheide, mit ihm zu reden, wohin soll ich gehen?
If I decide to talk to him, where should I go?
You'll find him in his office at the police station. It's where he eats, sleeps, and fulfills his needs. Talk to him alone. He's more vulnerable without a crowd.
Okay.
Walk into the police station. His office is the door on the
Ja, die war
left.
abgeschlossen.
Just knock and tell him Davor Gorski has sent you.
All right.
He won't care, so you'll have to give him a good reason to let you in. Luckily, that reason is in front of your eyes.
You? I don't understand.
A gift. The cleaver. Right in front of you.
A cleaver will make him change his mind? Is this a joke?
No joke. It'll wait for you here for whenever, if ever, you decide to talk to the fool.
Sveti Kotar ist eine kleine Stadt. Wo gehen Fremde hin? Wenn sie zu besuchen, gibt es einen bestimmten Ort, den ich kennen
Sveti
sollte?
Kotar is a small town. Where do strangers go when they visit? Any particular place I should know of?
Ah, glad you're asking. I got many recommendations. You should definitely venture into the Carcassa forest. Its trees are magical this time of year. Then don't miss out on the greatest view of the valley. Climb to the top of the Udav mountain and enjoy the breathtaking sight. Lastly, take a diving course at the Lake Hali. I mean, forget about people. Don't ask anyone. Just dive.
Ja,
Just do
danke.
it yourself and enjoy the rich underwater life. Your soul will be grateful. Grateful beyond imagination if you dip your toes into the spring of the Henna River.
I feel like you're mocking me.
I am.
Was war das große, schreckliche Ding, das gestern Abend in Brand gesteckt wurde? Na gut, das haben wir also schon. Bist du
Are
Tierpräparator?
you a taxidermist?
A what?
Do you prepare dead animals for fun?
I enjoy slaughtering them. I love my job.
So you are a butcher?
I prefer Slaughterman. Why? What's this all about?
I was asking myself about that poor pig and its head displayed like a trophy.
You have a problem with that?
It's missing an eye, and
And?
I believe it's a mortal sin to torture defenseless animals.
You know why? Because you are one of them. Like a sheep who follows words and moral codes, you feel endangered, vulnerable, and mortal.
It's actually the other way. I feel
You don't feel bad or sorry or sad for that pig. You're terrified because you see your own head on that wall.
it's pointless to argue with this man. I have better things to do.
Nothing to say. Good.
Okay. Haben wir noch was? Hast du das schon mal gesehen? Was ist die Geschichte?
What's the story of the bricked-up window you have here?
Human rats kept breaking in and stealing from me. The alley's pretty dark at night, so it was perfect for them. I couldn't find out who they were, so I decided to poison the food. It worked. It was all right for a while.
Okay.
But then the break-ins started again, and I said no more. Walls always work. They divide the sane from the mentally ill, and the rich from the poor. We need walls.
Thank you for the background story, sir, but I meant what's the story behind the slips of paper in the wall?
Of course you meant that. What else would you be interested in after all? I keep them because they amuse me.
How so?
I laugh at how weak and pathetic my fellow townsfolk are. They bring me lots of joy,
Okay.
especially the ones talking to God.
You have a problem with faith?
Do I look like a sheep to you?
Nein, nein, nein.
This is a madman. No, you do not.
Right answer, priest. Right answer.
I'm not a priest.
I'm not a fool.
Okay. Hast du das schon mal gesehen?
Ever seen these?
In the name of the... What do you do? What language is this?
Oh, forget about the text then. What about the drawing?
It's an eye.
A very specific eye.
Never seen it before.
Okay.
You sure?
You think I'm lying? Move that away from me.
Okay. Ich gehe jetzt erstmal. Ich habe noch ein bisschen was zu tun hier offensichtlich. Da ist das Hackebeil. Das nehme ich jetzt mit.
Am I really going to take it?
Ja. Okay.
Good. Very good, priest. Now go. Walk bravely into the temple of law. You're bringing a gift.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Gut, dann gehen wir mal hier raus. Bevor ich jetzt zur Polizeistation gehe, möchte ich aber gerne mit Ida noch reden. Wegen dem Bild ihrer Mutter da an dem Stein.
Madam?
Hello.
Was last night the first time you met Victoria?
You're kidding, right?
Nein.
I'm serious.
She was here some months ago. What? No way, you didn't know. Are you really her brother?
We haven't been that close lately. Did she tell you what she was doing here?
Not really. I mean, I don't know. I can't remember the specifics, but I think she was just wandering around the town. She definitely asked me about the Grimalda castle, and I know for a fact she visited it. Why?
I have to know the whole truth to understand. Did she introduce herself as Petra?
Petra. Such a beautiful name. But no, she told me her real name. Wait, Victoria is her real name, right?
After
Okay,
everything
yeah.
I found out, I'm not sure anymore.
Okay, die Seite.
This is a page from Victoria's scratchpad.
Oh, the text is in Latin.
Have you seen it anywhere else before?
This text translates to something like...
He killed, drank blood, and devoured entrails. There is no redemption in hell. God have mercy on him. I know what the words mean, but I don't know the meaning of the text. I don't know why she wrote it.
Strange. Really strange.
You never saw this before?
No, I don't think so. Sorry.
Okay. So, dein Nachname ist Lavian.
Your last
richtig?
name is Lovniak, right?
Not a hard guess. It's on the sign.
Melita is your mother?
She is... was. Why?
What happened to her?
We don't know. She just disappeared. Exactly 5 years ago yesterday.
Okay.
Did she die or just go missing?
I remember it as if it were yesterday. We went to the church, prayed, wore the disciple dresses, scared some kids. So much fun and joy. A long time ago she came up with this crazy thought. When I grow up, we will have a day only for us. Just the two of us, without father.
Okay.
And so, over the years, it became a tradition. Father was so jealous, but happy. We were all happy. Anyway, tired and feeling sick, I chose to go home that day, right before the effigy ritual.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked.
It's all right. On my way out of here, I turned around and she looked at me with those beautiful green eyes and I remember seeing them change color. Her neck bent awkwardly, both eyeballs instantly became blood red, and I heard her screaming even if her mouth didn't open.
Okay.
We don't know what exactly happened to her, but since it was a full moon night, we just knew.
Forgive me, but
Du hast nicht nachgefragt, ob jemand etwas
you
gesehen
didn't
hat?
ask around if anyone saw something?
Father did, and the only information he managed to get after all these years is that she was last seen entering the Carcassa forest, alone.
Okay.
So she wasn't actually taken away.
Of course she was. I don't believe what the police said. Why would she go into the forest on her own? She was terrified of it. It just doesn't make any sense. Nothing makes sense anymore.
Something is off here.
Ja, aber sie war ja offensichtlich schon mal im Carcassa-Forst, sonst hätte sie ja das Ding da nicht stehen, ne?
Are you sure her eyes changed color?
Absolutely. Why?
You said they were blood red, right?
Correct.
The same color as the leaves on this tiny tree you have.
So?
Maybe in the moment you saw the blood red color of the leaves, your mind just thought it was her eyes.
No, Benedek. Her neck bent and her eyes turned blood red, and I heard her scream.
Memories can be deceitful.
I planted this tree after she went missing, because the color of its
Sie
leaves
war also im
reminded me of that
Carcassa-Forst,
day.
okay?
It reminds me of her and my guilt. Notice the vase. That's her. That's my mother's face. I recreated her entire head.
Surely a morbid way to remember a loved one.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Sure.
Vielleicht finden wir jetzt was raus. Was diesen Wald angeht. Moment, jetzt gehen wir erstmal hier runter. Zur Polizeistation gehen wir dann nach. Da ging es in den Wald. Da waren die Blutegel, ne? Ich glaube, ich musste hier rüber, ne? Glaube ich. Ja, ne? Hier hoch. Und... Nee. Irgendwo kam ich doch zu der Hütte, aber ich weiß nicht mehr genau wo. Moment. Da ging es zur Kirche. Ich glaube... Da sind wir hier richtig. Ja.
The natural gallows of Sveti Kotar's valley.
Das hatten wir schon. Hier waren die roten Blätter, ne?
Small, with blood red leaves. I'm going to act on a hunch this time and follow this crawling tree.
Okay. Oh, ja.
I was right.
Grabhügel, Errungenschaft freigeschaltet.
The place where the tree with blood red leaves grows from. This looks like a burial mound. I think I know what happens to Ida's mother. I should talk to Ida.
Okay, wir haben's direkt zum Souvenirladen gehen. Ja, okay, ich erspare euch mal den Weg. Eine Sekunde. Oh. Was machst du gerade? Ah, kannst du mir doch noch die Käsepizza da in den Ofen schmeißen? Du meinst doch, die brauchen nicht so lange, ne? Die kleinen? Ja, aber nicht so hart werden lassen. Dankeschön. Ich habe tierischen Hunger jetzt, ey. So, direkt zum Souvenirladen. Den Weg zurück kann ich euch ersparen.
Madam?
Hello.
So, ich habe einen hügeltiefen Wald gefunden, ja.
I found a mound deep inside the forest.
What kind of mound?
A burial mound, I believe.
How could you... Why are you telling me this?
Ich habe Bäume gesehen.
I've seen trees that serve as gallows. They were in the vicinity of the mound.
Oh, the purgatory trees.
Why purgatory?
It's where people go to purify themselves from this place before entering heaven. One of the many beliefs preventing this town from falling into complete madness.
Okay. Eine verzweigte Art von Baum mit blutroten Blättern führte mich
A
zum
crawling
Hügel.
kind of tree with blood-red leaves led me to the mound.
Blood red.
The same color and kind of tree you have here.
Der Hügel ist komplett von dem verzweigten Baum überwuchert.
The mound is completely overgrown by the crawling tree.
And?
It was man-made, erected over what I believe is a grave.
I still don't understand. Why are you telling me these things?
Have you ever been there?
No, not that I recall. I don't know. Why?
Na doch, du musst dir ja die Blätter
I
daher
think you
geholt
did.
haben.
And the mound is actually your mother's burial place.
What?
Du hast gesagt, dass sich ihr Hals seltsam
You said her
verbogen
neck
hat.
bent awkwardly.
To one side, as if it's broken.
Mhm. Ihre Augen wurden blutrot und du hörtest sie
Her eyes
schreien.
turned blood red, and you heard her scream.
Correct.
What kind of scream?
I don't know. I'd say as if someone was trying to suffocate her.
Ich glaube, du hast deine Mutter auf einem der
I
Fegefeuer
believe you
sterben
saw your
sehen.
mother dying on one of the purgatory trees.
What?
It was probably too painful to cope with the truth, so your mind tricked you into thinking you were not with her when that happened. Can you try to remember?
The trees, and the corpses, and spiders. Were
Ja,
there
diese komischen
spiders?
Büsche.
Shrubs that look like giant spiders. I saw them too. You must have seen the moment when she hanged herself. That is why you remember the neck bending to one side and how she screamed while suffocating.
The blood-red leaves. I remember them now. The ground was full of them. There were hundreds, if not thousands, of blood-red leaves.
Du hattest recht und die Polizei lag falsch. Sie ist nicht allein nach Carcassa
You were
gegangen.
right and the police were wrong. She didn't go into Carcassa alone. You were with her. Can you remember why?
Oh, Mother. My dear Mother, I miss you so much. I let you do it. I helped you find the place. My mother, she couldn't bear the pain anymore. It was so painful watching her wither, like a rose in winter.
War sie krank, oder?
What am I going to say to my father now? He knew nothing of her agony.
War
She
sie
didn't want
krank?
him to know.
Sag ihm die Wahrheit.
Tell him the truth. He'll understand.
Oder auch nicht.
Or don't. Sometimes a lie can do more good than the truth itself.
Thank you, Benedek. Whenever I go into the forest, I always avoid that place. I always did, even before that fateful day with my mother. If it wasn't for you, I would have never found out what really happened to her.
Okay.
I don't remember burying her. I don't remember taking the trees. Nothing after her death.
Okay.
Maybe revisiting the place could help you out. Think about it. Or just leave it in peace.
Maybe I'll go, but not alone. Thank you, my dear monk.
Okay, wir haben was Gutes
No
getan.
need to thank me.
Wir haben etwas Gutes getan.
Excuse me.
Sure.
Jetzt gehen wir zur Polizeistation. Ob ich mal da raus will. Jetzt gehen wir zur Polizeistation. Und schauen mal, was wir daraus finden. Weil ich weiß sonst gerade nicht, was ich jetzt tun soll. Jetzt müsste ich mal in mein letztes Let's Play schauen, was ich da getan habe. Weil ich mich jetzt nicht mehr so richtig erinnere. Aber jetzt gehen wir erstmal hier hin. Gehen wir gleich an die Tür. Ah, okay, er klopft.
Chief Noren?
He won't answer you.
Oh doch, wird
Your
er.
cousin Davor Gorski has sent me.
Leave.
Told you so.
I have a gift for you.
You want me to arrest you this time?
It's a cleaver. Davor said that you...
Aha.
You may go in now. That was the sign.
Wer weiß, was Davor
Put that
immer
thing on my
angedroht hat.
The chair in front of the fireplace.
What thing?
The damn cleaver.
Okay.
If you need to talk to me, I'm here. You may go now.
Nein, ich möchte jetzt mit dir reden.
I should be careful what I say.
Ihr verhaftet mich nicht.
You won't take me in?
Why would we? You're more valuable to us on the outside.
Mostov lied. Letting us go was all planned.
You seem shocked. Trust me, you wouldn't be wandering around the town if I didn't allow it.
You
Okay.
think that we are going to lead you to Victorian and Nermin?
Yes, or they're going to come after you.
But you are wrong.
I'm never wrong, and I never fail.
The cleaver I brought you.
Stop!
I just want to know the story behind it.
I won't tell you, and neither will Davor.
It
Okay.
seems a bit strange that a thing like that gave me access to your office.
I have your fingerprints on it now.
So, I did nothing. I just brought it to you.
Oh, but you did more than that. You got involved in something your feeble mind cannot possibly comprehend.
And what would that be?
Keep asking, and you'll realize soon. Better just stop.
Okay. Wegen des Mannes mit der gelben Maske.
About the man in the yellow mask.
The one your sister pushed to his death?
About him, yes. Have you found his identity yet?
No. And even if we did, I would never tell you. Stop asking.
Okay. Wie gut ist Mostov als
How good of a
Detektiv?
detective is Mostov?
The best.
Really? He doesn't seem to be focused all the time. Not sure if he's all that reliable either.
He's obedient and disciplined. That's all I need from my men.
Okay,
Excuse me.
God bless you, Benedek.
gut. Was gibt's hier zum Angucken? Eine Vase
I
mit
know
blauen
nothing about
Blumen?
flowers, but this one has a unique shade of blue. It's pretty, if not a bit strange to see in a man's office.
Blaue Blumen.
I see books of all
Blau
kinds.
steht ja für
but the
Treue.
religious type dominates the shelves. Zerkva, Redemptio, Ispoviedi, Rimska Katecheza.
Blau
Name
steht
just a
für die
few I see on
Treue.
first glance.
Okay. Mehr ist hier nicht.
It's an old shabby chair. The cleaver is placed on it as a trophy of some kind.
Okay, gut. Mehr ist hier. Ach, hier ist noch ein Buch.
The Bible.
Okay. Okay, gut. Mehr. Auf jeden Fall habe ich jetzt Zugang zu seinem Büro. Das ist vielleicht tendenziell schon mal gut. Aber was nun? Was nun? Was ist das?
Hello, young lady. What are you doing here all alone? Am I going crazy? She looks exactly like my
wollte gerade sagen,
sister
sieht
when
aus
we
wie
were
seine
young.
Schwester.
What's your name? Hey, wait! Where are you going? I should try to find that girl. Take a better look at her from up close.
Ja, das sollten wir tun. Ich will mal die Büste hier gerne angucken. Ich möchte jetzt echt gerne wissen.
Ivan Kotar, born
Das ist
in
Ivan Kotar, okay.
1159, died in 1218.
Jetzt stelle ich mir die Frage, ob ich jetzt hier in diese Tür gehe oder ob ich erstmal hier rüber gehe. Okay, ich denke mal, wir gehen erstmal hier rein, wenn wir da reinkommen. Bevor wir aber erfahren, wie es weitergeht, könnt ihr hier in eins der beiden Videos reinklicken. Einmal hier nochmal die Playlist von Sveti Kotar und hier unten nochmal ein Video, was ihr vielleicht auch noch nicht kennt. Denn das hier werden wir in der nächsten Folge erörtern. Ich wünsche euch weiterhin viel Spaß bei unseren Videos und freue mich, euch morgen wieder zu sehen. Macht's gut und bis dann.